Yo, I'm politicking with the homie poet, PoPolitickin. Self-help meets hip-hop. That's fucking beautiful. What up, Po? What up, DJ Period? Just two black brothers. I see y'all out there doing what y'all do, preserving the hip-hop culture and introducing the future stars. Keep shining, kings. Real and recognize real. Love is love. Salute. Yeah.
PoPolitickin.com.
Yeah, This is Jurassic 5, Stronghold, Pitch Black, Medina Green.
Woo!
Come on,
shit. Yeah, we got your head hurting. Yeah, we got your neck hurting. Yeah, come on, what? Real hip hop. Let me break it down real quick. Hey yo, let me spit it sideways from the brain. Spit it unorthodox, dark fire, pure flame. Backdraft from just a mere rough draft. You ain't ready while I wait for the aftermath. Too nice when I spit that crap. Real hip hop like a blast from the past. Never regular, treat every session like a spawn. In this rap ring, I'm an immortal star and an international eternal champion warrior. Energize that battery, my back is charged. Move over beats, water frequently, so fluidly like the course of a river rapid. Quick like the speed of a jackrabbit, that fast. You like, what the fuck happened? Don't worry, that's just me blacking. Real rap, why y'all monkey faggot face cats is acting. That's why y'all my target. Stand in line as I commence the blasting.
Black. Total submission, demolition, derby worthy enough. I'm on a mission, pay attention when I'm calling your bluff. Spark your lighters up, the fire bust. Ignite the Midas touch, California gold rush. Skilled veteran, better than medicine. Rock a verse and have you looking for the evidence. The subject and the predicate, etiquette. Correct grammar make me more and never less than. Oh so superior, padlock, hip hop, confident interior. Oh so serious, please don't inferious. Move or get curious. We ain't in the same league, nigga, you ain't near us. Cheer us, hear us, we came to stir it up. The lyrics thrust and hit them up like nigga, what? What the fuck, you didn't know your time was up? Game over, get the soldiers, nigga, line them up.
Pitch black. Check me, look. Fashionable, irrational, habitant of inhabitable, radical gangster, Hannibal compared to an animal in need of affection. Zai can't take rejection, it's like lethal injection. Kills me, fills me with ammonious rage. Feels small like a baby in the embryo stage. I'm a marketeer, pioneer, navigator. Heat like a radiator. Fine fabric, snakeskin, alligator. Substance supersedes material needs. Cause I'm Lord of all worlds and a spiritual being. See, I built with martyrs and scholars. Studied forefathers, why bother? I earned my stripes and medals of honor. The streets ain't my only conduit. I'm swift and changeable, rearrangeable, adapt like fluid. The science of love, the art of war, the act of hate. It's contradictory to acts of faith. See, I don't have relations cause I can't relate. Now what's the sense of icing if I ain't got the cake, nigga? Yeah, look. Sean and C on the beat. Pitch Black. Taki, DCQ. Shout out to the mighty Most Def. Peace.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Listen to my interviews since 2008. 1-2-1-2, I'm in the place to be with Lifelong. How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Peace, man. Peace. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, despite all the drama going on right now.
Why they call you Lifelong?
Man, I'm just everlasting, man. Lifelong. That was a name that I basically went with the Life moniker back in the days when I first started rhyming. Before, putting out stuff professionally, I went as L.I.F.E, which is just an acronym for Living in Full Effect. And then I added on a long, you know what I'm saying? Everybody used to be like, yo, Lifelong. People used to call me Lifelong, so I just kind of basically went on with that name. And there you have it. Lifelong, and Liggy is just kind of like a little breakdown. It's all hip hop slang, you know what I mean?
So, where you from?
I'm from New York, man. I'm from the Rotten Apple. I was born and raised in Queens. I reside in Brooklyn, but I represent New York in the whole. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm from.
How did you get involved with music?
I got involved in music early. Well, hip hop music. Well, just music in general. My father was a big, just listener of jazz music. He was a huge jazz connoisseur. So I remember just basically like driving in the car with him, and the only thing he would play was, if it wasn't jazz music, it would be gospel or like a talk show or something like that. So I got into just like jazz music early, and then when I started getting into hip hop, I basically saw like, you know what I'm saying, the same samples that were being used. So I think me, you know, I mean, I'm an older cat, so, you know, me being basically, you know, growing up in the 80s and the 90s, that basically just birthed me to actually even start vibing off of music. You know what I'm saying? The culture was just really like new and fresh in the beginning, so I kind of just grew right up with the culture.
Who were some of your influences?
Oh, man. I was influenced by all of the greats. I would say Dana Dane was a big influence to me in the beginning. Rakim, I just like Dana Dane, just the way he told stories, man. Slick Rick, of course. Rakim, the whole native tongue unit, flavor unit. Man, Organized Confusion, Ultramagnetic MCs, NWA, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Biggie. I feel like just, you know what I'm saying, the whole hip-hop culture has just kind of inspired me. But I would say some of my favorite MCs that really, really inspired me would definitely be Dana Dane, Organized Confusion, Ultramagnetics.
What you like about Dana Dane?
What happened? I'm sorry.
I said, what you like about Dana Dane?
Just the way he told stories, man. He had just like a really unique style. I mean, everybody knew that he wasn't British, but he still, you know what I'm saying, flexed that slang, and he was just mad smooth with it. And at the same time, it was kind of like almost, you know, like almost like playful, you know what I'm saying, but not done on a way like a corny vibe, you know what I'm saying. It was still smooth, you know what I'm saying. Like Nightmares, that was come on, man, that was a dope song. And then you had Cinderella, Dana Dane, just, you know what I'm saying. I just like the way he put some words together, man, and he just basically had the story. I liked his style. He was always fresh with the ballets. He always had a fresh Kangol on, you know. He had the gazelles popping.
So what was the difference between him and Slick Rick? I thought they was kind of like the same.
Not really. I mean, Slick Rick, first of all, they were cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? They ran within the same circle, which a lot of people didn't know. So, you know what I'm saying, as far as like there being any comparisons, they was from kind of like the same crew. You know what I'm saying? They came up together. I would say the difference between styles was, of course, Slick Rick, like I said, was from the UK. So his accent and just, you know, his persona, I guess, was more real, whereas Dana Dane kind of did a character with his style.
Okay. And then how would you describe yourself as an MC?
I would say I fit in a category as conscious, independent, just with that real avant-garde New York boom bap sound. So if anything that would, I guess, relate to that boom bap, people used to call it backpacker music. So I would say I would relate to, you know what I'm saying, anything within that genre. You know what I'm saying, the Commons, the Talib Kweli's, the Company Flows, even comparison to, I mean, I guess, not saying I'm comparing myself to anybody, but just, you know, within that range and vibe of music that's going on.
And then what are some things you try to talk about in your music?
Life, just like my name. I try to touch on just regular stories and just regular things that regular people can relate to. I feel like, you know, of course, hip-hop, we all take certain personas as MCs, but sometimes people get a little bit carried away and they start getting to things that are not really them. And, I mean, that people can relate to because I think, you know, just like movies and like books and and television shows, you know, people want to be entertained and they want to see something that's not real.
So how would you describe what's the day of the life for you right now?
Oh man, everyday life. Well, while we're doing this interview, I'm working. So I'm a 9-to-5 man. Even though I do music on the side, I'm still just like a regular person, and I think that's why that type of vibe comes out into my music. Because I'm such a regular person, and being that my name is lifelong, I want to embody that whole vibe. So, you know, I'm giving you the real. You know, a lot of these MCs will, you know, basically they'll walk around with jewelry and flash things that they don't have and talk about, you know what I'm saying, them being like the biggest drug dealer and all types of stuff. Whereas I'm giving you a real image of life, a real image of a real regular person, a person that goes to work every single day. So a regular day for me is just like you, man. You might have had to get up and, you know what I'm saying, go to the grocery store and run a few errands and deal with whatever stresses that you may have with your job and so forth. That's me. And I take all of that and I embody it into my music.
And what are some of your interests and hobbies outside of music?
Oh man, I love to read. I love movies. I like, you know, I'm not going to say like I'm a big TV head, but I respect TV for what it has to offer. You know what I'm saying, as far as a form of entertainment. So there's certain sitcoms and shows that I do like. I'm a collector, so I'm definitely a collector of anything rare and vintage. I'm a big polo collector. I like vinyl. I like cassettes. I like sneakers. I'm a foodie, but I'm a certain kind of foodie because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't really eat a lot of stuff. But I like, you know, basically finding new spots. Well, I'm really a pescatarian because I like salmon. So I like finding interesting restaurants that cater to those food groups and food choices, just like a whole healthy living. And I'm a big, like, kind of like just history buff too, just like learning about our history and where I came from. I'm really big on that as well.
What kind
I'm
of
not really into politics too much. I feel like spirituality is an individual thing. So I'm a spiritual person, but I don't have a set religion that I follow. I feel like God comes in many forms. So I'm not going to basically subject myself to one type of religion when God speaks through many forms and through everything.
I will say, what kind of books you like? What's your favorite books?
Oh man, my favorite book. I like autobiographies from just regular, like just fiction books. I would say Peter Ocello is one of my favorite writers. The Alchemist was one of my favorite books. But then again, I would say, you know, Malcolm X was definitely a book that I enjoyed reading as a kid. Yeah.
All right, then I want you to talk about your current projects, what you working on.
Current projects I'm working on right now. Right now I have a compilation that I put out that features a bunch of artists. But on that compilation, I have a track produced by producer Fat Cat Hayes. So we got a whole album that we got coming together. So it's like me on the rhymes. I'm also working on another project with a DJ named DJ L.I.F.E. He actually is also on my compilation. He has an intro beat. He's done a lot of cuts for me and stuff like that in the past. So me and him are working on a project with him on all the beats. And then I'm going to start working on a project with a producer from France named Anyway Jones. He's a good friend of mine, and we've done a lot of work in the past as well. So he's going to produce a record too. I do a lot of projects with one producer just because it's kind of easier for me to kind of get the project done. And it kind of basically makes the producer, it kind of takes them out of their comfort zone because they're doing the whole project. So it's like, they want to come with different sounds and different styles. So, yeah, man, I think I'm finishing off my solo, like, as far as me just doing an album with one producer. I'm kind of finishing off that kind of like series this year. I actually do want to put out another project where I have multiple producers on the album, but for now I'm just kind of finishing up a lot of projects that I have with just one MC. With one producer.
And then you said something about a comic book before, right? You saying something about a comic book?
Yeah, man. I got a track featured on the album called For the Audience Inside My Head, produced by this artist called Ned Schimmelfinney, a.k.a. Poet from Stratum. So he put out a compilation that features a lot of different artists. A lot of the artists basically touched on different stories. So I did a story joint for his album called Fight with Time, and he liked the song so much, he ended up basically turning it into a comic book. So not only can you get the album, you can actually get the comic book too, and the comic book is my song. So it's like kind of like it's basically a read along to my track. And it's, the artwork is dope, man. It's put out by an independent company called Dummy Comics, and you can follow them on Instagram as well. And it's man, I'm really just amped and just excited, man, about this, because this is something I feel like really hasn't been done. There has been like animation with hip hop, but I don't think I've ever seen like an actual comic book where the dialogue is the lyrics and it's like a read along to the track. I've never really seen that. So, I'm kind of excited about that. Shout out to my man Ned Schimmelfinney.
So what other goals do you have for your career? What other things you trying to accomplish?
I definitely want to finish off as far as like this one MC, one producer series. And like I said, I would like to put out another project that has multiple producers. This time I would like to work with, some of the producers that I'm fond of. Like, I hope in the future that I can get an album where it'll be put together sort of like an Illmatic, where I could get a beat from Premier, get a beat from Pete Rock, get a beat from Large Pro, get a beat from L.I.F.E maybe, get a beat from, just certain producers, and put together something really classic like that for the fans. Not to say that I'm not doing that now, because I feel like I do put out a lot of classic projects, but just to do something like that with multiple producers that are everyone's favorite, I think that's every MC's dream. So hopefully, in the future, I'll be able to, before my career basically is hung up, I'll be able to present a project like that.
I'm gonna say, who's your top 5?
MCs?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have one, man. I don't really get into that because hip hop is so old and it's been around for it's going on like 40-something years? So like over 40 years now, 42, 43 years or something like that. So I can't really say who my top 5 is. I can just say really that there are a lot of dope MCs that help shape the game and that I love. Like for instance, Organized Confusion, they're always going to be on my top 5. But at the same time, there's so many dope MCs that have come since Organized Confusion. And, since, like I would say, like a Rakim, or since, you know what I'm saying? Like how can we take away from, I would say, like the Godfather Dons, who came after, you know what I'm saying, like a Rakim, or... maybe not, because Godfather Don was within that same era with Ultra Magnetics. But I just feel like there's just so many dope MCs out there that I don't really pigeonhole myself into that, Because I feel like there's some fans out there that might want to put me on their top 5, but they don't want to do it because you got all of these MCs that came out. It's you know what I'm saying? That's such a, I don't know, man. I just don't get into that top 5, man. I love hip hop, and I feel like there's been a lot of dope MCs throughout this whole time that has basically set the bar. And you know, like how can you say Razzcast is not, that hasn't put the numbers in that like say LL Cool J did? You know what I'm saying? It's just that's hard for me, man. That'll make my brain explode trying to think about that. Maybe when I was younger, I could come off the top with that, but now I don't get into that really.
Well, what's your top 5 albums?
Ubiquity, Roy Ayers, Ubiquity, Organized Confusion, The Extinction Agenda, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders, Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation to Hold Us Back, EPMD, Strictly Business. And that's just 5 dope MCs that 5 dope albums that I listened to a lot in my career. But I mean, you could ask me the same question again in 5 minutes, and those 5 albums will change. It's just like the top 5 MC question. I can't get into that, man, because there's just so many dope albums that have come out, and just dope music that's come out within my time that has just affected me, that I can't really narrow down to a top 5. Like, if they said, yo, you gotta escape to an island, and only bring these albums with you, dude, there would probably be no music that would come.
I was gonna say what you thought about that Public Enemy stuff, how he kicked Flavor Flav out the group.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel Flavor Flav was kicked out when he first started doing reality TV. He then was doing stuff that was against the whole concept of Public Enemy. So, as far as him getting kicked out now, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's really like a whole public play, you know, just to kind of get more exposure on his end at the end of the day. Because I agree with him at one point as far as, you know, his opinion, his political opinion should be his own opinion, and maybe they should have kind of talked to him, I guess, before they made an arrangement like that to do a show. But at the same time, I feel like he's already kind of compromised the group, and, you know what I'm saying, made the group look away. Like look, when he did the whole Flavor of Love thing, and there was a part where he was like kind of wilding out when they were doing the show. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, this was bound to happen. This is bound to happen. And for long as I've been doing music, I've been in a lot of groups, so I've seen how groups break up, man. You know, if everybody doesn't have that same vision and that same drive, it's gonna fall apart. And I don't really think Flavor Flav really had the same exact vision as Chuck D. I think it worked out. The people liked seeing it because it was different. Because it was consciousness and ignorance at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Kind of meshed in together. But
yeah, I don't think it wouldn't have been no Public Enemy without Flavor Flav though. Because like you said, he brought that part to it.
Yeah, he brought a different vibe to it. But I think that, you know, cause, I mean, look at the name of the group, Public Enemy. So it was, you know, the political message and, or, you know, like the outrageous stuff that Flavor Flav used to do too. So It was a nice mesh. But I don't think that everything that Flavor Flav stood for, Chuck D was always, you know what I'm saying, cool with.
Yeah,
I think that they made it work. And the people liked it, so it sold records.
Yeah, because I remember, I was a little younger, but the first song I really liked from Public Enemy was 911 A Joke. That was kind of the song that turned me on to him. Cause I was like, this shit is tight.
And Cold Lamping was another joint that, you know, that wasn't a political joint on the album, but it was still a joint that, you know what I'm saying, like it was a joint. Like people liked that joint, you know? But, hey, more power to them. But I'm not going to say that I didn't see that coming.
But then, The thing about that too was I was just kind of like, he was saying he wasn't endorsing Bernie Sanders, but it still kind of looked like he was. So that was just kind of like, damn, they're endorsing the president? I just never thought, they always was kind of like anti-establishment to me. So them doing that kind of like took me back. I'm like, damn, they doing that now?
Yeah, and as far as, I felt like Public Enemy was always for, the African community. So, it's, even just to I guess, promote someone like Bernie Sanders. You understand what I'm saying? Not to say that, he's not for the people and he's not a good candidate, you know what I'm saying? But it's just as far as what Public Enemy stands for. Like you said, we wouldn't even think that they would even be president or even getting into politics like that, because they never really did that in their career. Yeah. I don't even think that they even on like Obama's campaign or anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was like I'm like, damn. That's what I'm saying. It was surprising to me.
Yeah.
I would say, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, I just want to say thank y'all for just taking a ride with me. I mean, I'm not your. I feel like I'm not your average artist. I'm not really everywhere where artist music can be found, and you know what I'm saying. I would say super underground, super independent. So the fact that I still have fans that rock with me for all of these years that I've been doing music, and to the new fans that, are looking for just quality hip hop and they stumble upon my stuff, and I sometimes get inboxes from new people and say, "Oh, I never heard your stuff before. Your music is dope," or whatever. Aren't you on Spotify? Aren't you on? So all those people, I'm getting it together. So this year, my music will be available more places. And I just want to thank everybody just once again for just taking this ride with me and just supporting me, because there's so many different artists out there. So you ain't got to listen to Lifelong. So the fact that you listen to Lifelong is just an honor, and it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing just to even still be here and still have fans and still to be doing this, man. I started my career professionally in, I would say like 1996 was when I first started appearing on mixtapes and stuff like that. But my first appearance on Wax was in 99. So, yeah, man, 21 years later, I'm still doing music. So that's just a blessing, man. I thank you. Thank you to the fans, man.
But yeah, I want to say thanks for coming through Politickin with me.
Thank you for having me, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. It was fun. I'm glad that we were finally able to do this.
Yeah.
And once again, man, shout out to everybody, man. Definitely check out the label I'm affiliated with called Culture Power 45, culturepower45.com. I got a dope compilation out right now called Afropix Volume 1. It features Lord Superb, rest in peace, Tech from Smith & Wesson, Percy P, Merce the Big Body Benz, Indigo Phoenix, Innocent, myself, Sophisticated Savage, Infinito 2017. It's a dope compilation, man. It's my first compilation. I've never put anything out where it wasn't just exclusively me. So I'm really excited about this one. And yeah, man, look out for some Lifelong projects coming soon, man. That Lifelong Fat Cat Haze project is coming sooner than you think. Yes, it's your boy L.I.F.E Long, and right now you in tune to PoPolitickin. Right now, we chilling, we vibing, we in tune. Nothing but real hip hop over here. Peace.
Yeah. But what? Come on. Woo! We out of here, we gotta escape. Yeah. What? Come on. Yeah. Hey yo, protect mine if necessary, truly by any means. We all in that struggle, chasing that green, trying to survive to live out our dreams. From the bottom with no way up, still I rise like the phoenix reaching pinnacles. My climax reached through situations critical. I'm analytical, how I analyze your everyday rituals while you plot on the next man for his. I'm out there getting mine, just trying to live, doing for self, cause ain't no one reaching out. I had to stay forward, no taking back routes. On a straight and narrow path, I cruise in control of destinies on the move. Focus, I'm the truth while y'all fraudulent, false and bogus. And it don't make sense what's presented. Y'all can't fuck with what I invented. The award was given most honorably mentioned, although I should have received first place. I'm way past these wannabes taking up space. Ready for whatever, take it to your face with the razor to leave you scarred. I mastered malicious tactics, catch you from afar. Senior detective got y'all all under my radar. Blew the spot, then escaped in a getaway car.
Pull a heist on whoever, whatever they are, whether sports or players, swords or slayers, paintings or Degas, cadence is chaos. They instigate, I skate on, hate on, breeze too cool, be away from me, say time. As soon as life said escape on track, out of this Trayvon trap, I threw a cape on. Fact, get cloudy like the V that you vape on. Stay flowing, till I get tired of going, Rico put the tape on. Wide awake. Why the hell not Bagon? Why the hell would I not rock with my day one? Why fuck around and grab the A1? Start beefing, then feel bad as soon as I start chiefing. But feel glad as soon as I start piecing. Rap is like the wall that I never got my name on. Rap is like the wall that I never got my name on. Rap is like the floor where I never up rock. Rap is like the tables that I never got the flame on. Beats that I didn't box. Or beats like Pete that I didn't rock. Just wrote respect for rhymes written until they hit their last note.
North Face 5 panel, button down North Face fly flannel, rain suit with the camo, utility gear down in my drawers, equipped with the gauze like I'm camping outdoors. Welcome to the wilderness, the land with no laws, where I shine like Iron Man suit with no flaws. Each word is a jewel, each syllable a mineral. Notepads and pens left for scratch cereals. Infinity jewels minus the gauntlet. Life ain't a game you can't blow on a cartridge. Thinking it's funny till they blow out your cartilage and leave you twitching like electrical shortages. Black as Stanley Kubrick, you know who the author is. The booth is the altar, heavy bars is the offering. Lifelong breeze black, bringing the steeds back. Originators, and the rhymes are made of gold.
Thanks for listening to PoPolitickin.com, a self-help meets hip-hop brand. If you are an artist or business owner wanting to be featured on PoPolitickin.com, contact us at PoPolitickin@gmail.com. That's PoPolitickin@gmail.com or text 760-717-5803. If you're a listener that enjoys the show and wants to support, you can donate to PoPolitickin.com via PayPal.com. Please send donations to PoPolitickin@gmail.com. Any amount will be helpful in continuing to create quality content and shows. As always, check out PoPolitickin.com for past episodes. Make sure you subscribe to PoPolitickin on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play.